I'm Steve, and this is your next big speech podcast. Now, I've been struggling for the last couple months trying to figure out how to get this podcast rolling. When I first put it out in February, I had big plans. I've gone through plan A, plan B, plan C, and now I'm on plan D of how I want this podcast to be done. So I've decided, let's just keep it simple. I've focused a lot of time getting the website up and running so that people can actually see the content that I'm talking about. And now it's time to focus a little bit more on the video part of it, on the podcasting part. So with this being one of the newer episodes, I decided, okay, here it goes. Let's start at the beginning and give people an idea of what I'm talking about when I'm talking about your next big speech podcast. Now, professionally, I'm a scientist. I'm also a professor. And between those two jobs, I give, 40 to 50 presentations a year. I give everything from 3-minute pop-up presentations to like your 30-second elevator speech, all the way up to 8-hour full-day workshops that go for multiple days. So I spend a lot of time talking. Now, if you've ever gone and looked at my website, you might have noticed that as a scientist, the first thing I ever published was way back in 1999. And my very first professional presentation I gave was 2009. So there was 10 years that I was absolutely terrified of public speaking. And I didn't like that because I'm a rational person. The idea of being afraid of something as silly as standing in front of a group of people and telling them about stuff that you already know shouldn't be as problematic as it was. Well, I decided to work on it, and I tried a bunch of different things, and then along the line, I fell in love, got married, and had kids. And now I'm a proud father of 2 beautiful young children. And then it dawned on me. One day, I was playing with my daughters, and I was using silly voices and using, parent voice and monster voice and just playing around, being fun and creative. And then the very next day I had went to work and I had brought up a little story about me playing and using crazy voices with my kids, and I got a little chuckle out of the audience. And I'm like, that's interesting. And then, months passed and I continued to do different lectures and different presentations, and it started to dawn on me that professionally, I spend some time working with other people on giving presentations, and they're just as fearful and, afraid of public speaking. It's a major phobia for most Americans. And I realized that I was home with kids just earlier with my daughter being afraid of, going to bed at night, that there's monsters in the closet or something silly like that. So I tried coaxing her and cajoling and comforting her over her fear. And the very next day I was comforting a colleague of mine over his fear of public speaking. And it's like, wow, that's another thing. And then these little scenarios kept playing out, whether it be empathy or confidence or storytelling or parent voice projection, authority on stage. All these different characteristics of being a father became directly applicable to being on stage. So I decided, hey, that's an interesting idea. So I started taking notes and writing things down. And then eventually I put together an actual manuscript for a book, which I'm still trying to get published. I'm trying to find somebody interested in working on that. But while I'm waiting on that, I was advised to kind of get things rolling in the world of the interweb and get a website going, get a blog going, start on social media, get a podcast, get things going, and get some visibility to the idea that parenting can improve public speaking. So here we go. I am now on the World Wide Web, going onto YouTube here and onto iTunes and other podcast forums to talk to you, my audience, about how you can become a better public speaker by just using the things that you use every day as a parent. The life experiences, the teachable moments, the behaviors and actions, and you can then take that and put it on stage next time you're giving a presentation, and it'll make your talk that much better. So that's it. That's it in a nutshell. Your next big speech is a scientist who talks about parenting and how parenting can help improve public speaking. So it's a little bit of weird stretched kind of meanders around. In the upcoming episodes, I'll give you a little bit of background about who I am and how I got to this point in my career. And my second and third career now is trying to do public speaking and helping others with public speaking. But that's the premise. Check out my website if you want to know more, stevesobey.com, about who I am and what kind of credentials I have in public speaking and my value, or go to yournextbigspeech.com and learn about what that premise is within that website and blog. And if you have any questions, you can shoot me an email at stevesobey@yournextbigspeech.com, and I will happily reply to it then, or leave comments in the section below, and I want to hear from you. So over the next couple of weeks and months, I will continue to put out more episodes, each one focusing on a different aspect of how you as a parent can use your life skills, everyday actions to help improve your next public speech. So I am bringing parenting and public speaking together. Thank you.